All right, friends, welcome back. This here is my YouTube channel, so I would like you guys to please subscribe, tell your friends, and watch the videos. I want to do more on YouTube. I think this is where I want to go with my reviews and my channel, so here we are, my YouTube page. I don't just drink whiskey. I like to learn about whiskey, and I dive right in. I read about whiskey, I read about the bottles, I read about the distillers, I read about all kinds of things, especially the history. And my wife was at the library picking out books, and she came across a book for me, and I'm already a huge fan. This book here is called Love and Whiskey, and it is by Fawn Weaver. I'm only about 50 pages in so far, but this book is super interesting because this is about, and I'll give you the tag from the book because it sums it up nicely. The remarkable true story of Jack Daniel, his master distiller Nearest Green, and the improbable rise of Uncle Nearest Whiskey. So this book here is Fawn Weaver goes on a little adventure to Lynchburg, Tennessee to figure out the history about Nearest Green. And he was a former slave that allegedly, and from this book, which I'm getting into, he taught Jack Daniels how to distill whiskey, and Jack Daniels gives him a lot of praise for helping him get his business started. I'm only 50 pages in, but such a good read so far. And it leads me to whiskey that I've seen on the shelf, but didn't really know anything about. And that is Uncle Nearest Whiskey. So Fawn Weaver goes on this adventure. She writes the book, and then she opens up a distillery to honor Nearest Green, and she calls it Uncle Nearest. So this here is their Uncle Nearest 1856 premium whiskey, 100 proof. And I believe Edie Butler is a relative or descendant somehow related to Nearest Green. So this here is a Tennessee whiskey, and it says in the back, it's distilled and aged in Tennessee. I don't know if they make their own whiskey. I think they source this from somewhere in Tennessee. I would assume it's Jack Daniels or Dickel, one of the two. But this here, I was intrigued. So I started reading the book, bought the bottle, tasted it, let it sit for a while. I was a big fan of this. So this was $56 plus tax here in Ohio. And this is a cherry and vanilla bomb. I mean, right away on the nose, you get a little bit of alcohol, but then it's just cherry and vanilla and candy, and it's super sweet. But it's not like overpowering sweet. It's a delicious sweet. It's something you want to keep going back to because once you swallow and you get that mouthfeel and you breathe in and out and you see what's going on, it is a sweet, a little minty, but it's cherry and vanilla and maybe a little bit of mint. I was a big fan of this, but mainly because I really like the story. So, Nearest Green works for Jack Daniel in the South right after the Civil War. It's an interesting time. And this book here really dives into that story. Like I said, I'm 50 pages in, but if you want a little history lesson with your whiskey, read this book. This is Love and Whiskey by Fawn Weaver, and this is her whiskey company, Uncle Nearest Whiskey. Big fan of the history. Love Jack Daniels, obviously. Even better knowing that Jack Daniels wasn't a bad guy. He seemed like a pretty good guy. And Uncle Nearest Whiskey. Cherry Bomb. This is their premium 100 proof, distilled and bottled in Tennessee. Really good stuff. So I think you should give this a try. Check out the book, check out the whiskey, sip the whiskey while you read the book. You won't be disappointed. So thank you guys very much. That's my little review on Uncle Nearest Premium so far and the book that the founder of Uncle Nearest wrote. So subscribe to my page, share it with your friends, tell people, get yourself a good book, get yourself some good whiskey, and see you guys later. Thank you.